Yo, what's up? It's your boy Splendid Gamer EGW, and today we are back talking about Boruto. Yes, we are talking about chapter 69. Even though we don't fuck with that nigga 69, we gotta talk about this chapter 69 because this shit was crazy. Now, we always talk about how the Boruto manga is like a monthly manga, and for a monthly manga that's like 40 pages or whatever. Everything in this chapter seems like it took place within like 10 minutes. Like literally within like 10 minutes. The last chapter we got, chapter 68, it ended on a cliffhanger with Cold bringing Ada through one of the claw marks. And the way how the chapter opens up, Ada's right there, and Amato's just looking like he's still about to shit himself. And she's like, there you go, looking all dumb like you always do. And Shikamaru's just trying to figure out, like what's the what. And Delta, now that Delta's been reprogrammed to work for the Leaf, she's like, well, since you came with that nigga Cold, that means I gotta get rid of you. And she proceeds to try to kick Ada with this weird ass position because she has one leg still on Cold. And so she proceeds to kick her with the other leg, which, opens her legs up. And the funny part, like, this chapter is very comical for sure, because then Ada's like, yo, Delta, you're flashing me your panties type shit. It was really funny. Like, it was like super funny. And as soon as she said that or whatever, Delta just immediately got under her like spell or whatever. So Shikamaru's sitting here trying to deduce the situation or whatever. And like, some people, they don't know how to like really tell like what's going on in manga or whatever, but there's a clear panel where like Shikamaru's like, oh snap, I need backup or whatever, and Ada's looking directly at him, and then scene changes or whatever, and it goes back to Team 7 and Sasuke or whatever. So pretty much Sasuke is like, like, he feels bad that Kawaki had to kill Boruto, because he, as Boruto Sensei, was like, yeah, bro, like, if Momoshiki ever tries to take over, I'm gonna kill you. Like, I'm gonna do that for you as your sensei. And Sasuke was feeling guilty because, he wasn't there to, do that. And, then we get the, like, what do you call it, the infamous foreshadowing that Sasuke might either A, die, or B, Sasuke might try to pull the fast one on Kawaki. I think a lot of people are asleep on the fact that Sasuke might actually smoke Kawaki or attempt to smoke Kawaki. But we're going to continue on with the chapter. I'm going to give my thoughts at the end. So, we get to, Sarada and Mitsuki. They're like standing on another building across the way from Sasuke and Boruto. And they're just pretty much talking about, how upset they are that, they wasn't there to protect Boruto. And that somebody actually tried to kill Boruto. And Mitsuki's along the lines of he's not sure how he would react if somebody tried to kill Boruto in front of him. And he continues on trying to press Sarada to see about her feelings or whatever, to see like does she really have feelings for Boruto and stuff like that. And I mean, she deflects it. She doesn't like straight up deny it, but she doesn't like agree. She's just like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, female stuff, like, I'm not finna tell you like my true feelings about this man. But pretty much, like I said, I'm loving the verbiage between Sarada and Mitsuki, because this is the second time that they've mentioned that threats could be Atsuki. And, they said that they have to get stronger to take out Atsuki level threats, And Sarada's like, duh, that's a no-brainer. If I want to be the Hokage, of course. So, yeah. So, we get, like I said, everything's kind of happening at the same time or whatever. So, Kawaki ends up waking up. I guess he wakes up, like, right when Sasuke and Boruto start talking or whatever. And, Naruto's, like, trying to be, like, oh, fake or whatever. And it's like, oh, yeah, this reminds me when, I first met you. And, Naruto was trying to get Sumire out the room because, right now this junk is like classified information that Kawaki tried to kill Boruto. But before Sumire could leave the room, fucking Kawaki's just like, oh yeah, so are you gonna condemn me about killing Boruto? And she's just sitting there looking like everybody else in the fandom, like, nani? And Naruto's, he's trying to play like he's playing good cop right now, and he's like, I just want to say thank you because if it wasn't for you having the power and being there, we would have all been dead. And as soon as he got ready to say something else, that's when the transmission came in from Ino to both Naruto and to both Sasuke that, hey, Cole and an unknown ally have, they're in the office with Amato and Shikamaru. So Naruto's like, alright, I got important messages to tend to. I got to go. And, as they're leaving, well, as Naruto's leaving, like, you could tell, like, Naruto's back was completely away from Kawaki. I'm pretty sure he was not in the room anymore. But there's a scene where Kawaki looks down at his karma, and then when we look back up at his face, his, I don't even know what you call this new dojutsu, the Dharmagon, or Dharma something. I don't know, the black Jigen eyes. The black Jigen eye popped up in his other eye, and he was just looking menacing as shit, bro. Like, he was looking evil as hell. And to be totally honest, after seeing that one shot of Kawaki, I don't trust him no more. Like, I was trusting him before. I believed in him, He was getting his ass whooped by Code and shit, but after seeing that shot, I don't trust, bro. Like, something is off with that man. So we get back to the office with Shikamaru and them, and that's when Shikamaru comes up with he's trying to figure out what's going on with Delta, and at the same time he's realizing that he himself is starting to catch a fever. So, he uses Ino to pretty much link him with Amato so they could talk to each other telepathically. And he's like, yo, Amato, like, give me the deets on this chick, bro. Like, what's going on? And tell me how to counter this junk. And pretty much, from what Amato is telling everybody, there is no way to counter this ability. The only way to counter this ability is for her to die. But since, anybody that sees her falls under her spells, how are they gonna kill her? You know what I mean? But yeah, so Shikamaru's like doing everything in his power. Like, shout out to the Will of Fire, bro, because that shit's real as hell. But man, he's doing everything in his power to, like, at least just hold a kunai in his hand, like at least like hold a kunai, like, up to oppose her or whatever, and he just can't. Like, his body is like stopping him from doing it. And even Ada's just like low-key rooting for him and shit. Like, oh, she's calling him Shikadeer and stuff like that. And so he finally came up with a big brain idea, put her under shadow possession. And it actually works because it's not an actual attack that, tries to do harm to people. It's just, it's a restraint maneuver. You know what I mean? And she's even surprised that the shit happens. So by the time he finally puts her under shadow possession, the shadow possession that's on Code finally starts to weaken. And when the shadow possession on Code starts to weaken, Code just pulls up on Amato, grabs one of his sharp claws, and like puts it like right in like his like shoulder, like his shoulder bone or whatever. I don't know. He says a bunch of nerves there. I'm trying to touch it on me, and I'm getting kind of itchy myself. So yeah, he just like straight up stabbed him, and he's like, "Yo, all you gotta do is just say these words to get my limiters removed." And Shikamaru, being big brain that he is, and like he's also being affected by Ada, but it's not stopping him from being himself, at least not yet. So pretty much he asks Ada, he's like, man, like, why you teaming up with a motherfucker like Cole? Like, what's up? Like, what you here for? And she just pretty much told him, like, Cole's on his own plan, but Cole's supposed to be helping me meet Kawaki. And everybody, like I said, it's a comical chapter. Everybody's just sitting there looking like, Nani? Like, this bitch like Kawaki? And so pretty much like at the same time, Shikamaru comes up with a counter plan. And he pretty much tells Ino, hey, change the lock code on this office door or whatever, and find a way to stall Naruto and Sasuke, because this opponent has a very troublesome ability. So pretty much how the chapter ends, and you could take this how you want to, Shikamaru gives Ada a proposition to come to the Leaf Village, and if you do, he will personally take her to Kawaki so she can introduce herself. Now, what do we take from this chapter? Bro, first things first, I don't know if Shikamaru's really that fucking lit to be able to use her ability to captivate hearts against her so that he can tell her a bunch of sweet nothings like a true bona fide player. You dig? Like, if Shikamaru's really doing that, like, bruh, he is OJ Shika, bruh. Like, and he's drawn in the last panel kind of like with the blushing line. So you would think that he is under her like ability to, you know, just try to tell her what she want to hear or whatever. But I don't know. A part of me feels like Shikamaru is like leagues ahead of this shit. Like, I feel like the perfect counter to her ability is one, the Yamanaka shit, and then somebody that's been trained from the root foundation. Like, I'm not saying I want to see Sai come join the fight, but you would think somebody like Sai that had his emotions just like turned off for like X amount of years and shit, he would be the perfect person to not fall under, you know, this spell or whatever. But what else do we take from this? Like I said, I don't trust Kawaki no more, bruh. I don't trust Kawaki no more. Like, I'm hoping he stays a good guy or whatever, but after seeing that look, bro, that look with the Jigen eye, bro, I'm sorry, I don't trust him, bro. I don't. Like, yes, I do feel like his karma is not a normal karma like his first one. I believe this new karma is like a remote control in a sense, and he's being triggered into something. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people in the fandom saying that, yo, Kawaki's finna try to go pull up on Boruto now that Boruto's still alive, and that could possibly happen too. But Sasuke said he's the one who's gonna have the his resolve is the one that's going to be tested next. And, you know, so far everybody's resolve has been tested with the exception of Team 7 and Sasuke. You know, I mean, yeah, Sasuke got his eye stabbed out, but I mean, is that really testing this man's resolve? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Sasuke is going to do what is quote unquote the most unthinkable shit, bro, because when you think about it, Sasuke, the way how he was talking was almost like what was it, chapter 700 or 699, when they were standing on the fucking moderate Hashirama heads and he was talking about where the Hokage is or whatever. Like, he was talking like he was still that guy, you know. And bro, I don't want Sasuke to, I don't know, possibly attack the Hokage. But if Sasuke is going to do something rash that tests his resolve, he has to either A, try to pull up on Kawaki and smoke Kawaki. He has to B, try to pull up on Amato and smoke Amato. Or 3, put the whole village under Genjutsu. Cause bro, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how are we finna test Sasuke's resolve? Everybody's talking about Sasuke's gonna die. Yes, he's gonna die, but what is he gonna do to test his resolve, bro? Because yes, he's a ninja. He's the ultimate shinobi. He handles things from the shadows, and he's supposed to do whatever the Hokage won't do. And so far, the Hokage has not, 1, done anything about Kawaki, and 2, he has not done anything about that fuckboy Amato. So Sasuke has to do something along those lines to solidify himself. You dig? Like, it's almost like a midlife crisis type shit. Like, he has to do something to solidify himself and show his own resolve as a ninja, you know? And as far as the power-ups, I mean, it's almost like written right there. Oh, Sasuke's finna do something, and that's what's finna trigger Sarada's Sharingan to unlocking at a faster rate or whatever. And I'll totally take that. I mean, you know, being, you know, African American, you know, when dad stuff happens to people's dads or uncles and stuff like that, that usually awakens a new power or a different type of coldness or love in somebody. So, you know, Sarada's father passing, being the last Uchiha, that could be something that just, like, you know, awakens her shit. But as far as Mitsuki, I'm gonna just say it once again, and I'm gonna always keep saying it, bro. Bring Orochimaru back into this story, bro. Because that's the only way we're gonna explain how the fuck Mitsuki gets stronger, bro. Y'all done already teased us with Orochimaru like, what, like 4 times in the manga so far? Maybe 5 times. Y'all have teased us with Orochimaru being some type of involvement or being a great figure, and we have not seen him yet. Fucking the anime, when they got a hold of the scenes that we were supposed to be talking about Orochimaru's involvement and how great Orochimaru is, they just totally changed the whole subject and shit. So I just want to see how Orochimaru is going to play into this, because he has to. There's no reason why Orochimaru is not playing a factor into this build, because one, his son is here, and then two, all this junk that we're going through is like science. And since it's science, and the Hokage Naruto decided to let Orochimaru not be a prisoner so he could help the Leaf, how else is he going to help the Leaf than coming through right now when you guys need him the most? I don't believe that Ada's going to join up with Shikamaru. I do believe that her ability is like really like on that motherfucker though, but I don't see her joining the Leaf, bro. I do, like I said, I still feel like Cole's gonna do something totally irrational. I do believe Amato does have a backup plan, because Amato's not just gonna Amato's not finna just do that shit for Cole. Because if he takes the limiter off Cole, guess what? Cole's just gonna kill him anyway. Because he's still one of those people that he has to get his revenge on. Like this, this fake contrived revenge for Ishiki. Like, one of those people on that list is Amato. So there's no saying that, oh yeah, as soon as I get the limiters removed, oh yeah, I'm gonna just kill Amato right then and there and then go for the Hokage. Like, that's how they're setting it up. Oh my gosh, Harasen Shuriken. Okay, but yeah, that's how they're setting it up. Like, Code is trying to get these. I don't even know if these limiters are really gonna help this man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, he's strong, but like, what if him getting his limiter removed is getting rid of the white karma that he loves so fucking much? Yo, talk about double-edged sword. Like, oh yeah, that white karma, yeah, that was a limiter for you, so you could worship Jigen. But now you want your limiter gone, say goodbye to, Jigen, Ishiki. You know what I mean? But this has been my thoughts about Chapter 69. I'll be back with another discussion video, because I kind of have fun with these discussion videos. But don't forget to watch the anime. Don't forget to read the manga. Don't forget to like my videos, subscribe, and I'll be back with more content. You dig? Thank you.